evening. And welcome to the Fan Expo Masquerade. Before we get started with the formal part of the evening, the contestants are all champing at the bit to get out here and entertain you. They've been doing marvelous work. I know that we have a lot of novices tonight, but oh my God, the quality of costuming has improved so much that the masters are going like, I'm not entering that. No, I'm not going near that one, no. Walking up to each other and walking up to the novices and going like, so how did you make that? How many beads are in there? What did you do there? So it's quite the thing. We have quite the show for you tonight. There's 84 entries, although we've had some drop out. And it should run about 2 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes, that type of thing. So you're gonna have to put up with me for that long. You don't mind? Well, thanks very much. Could you write a letter to my ex-wife and say that I have some redeeming qualities at least? A couple of housekeeping notes. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. It's probably a good thing. A couple of housekeeping notes, please. There's no smoking in the auditorium. And as for flash photography, please, no flash photography during the performance. Doesn't matter with me, because I'm not moving around, but the contestants, especially those with visible sight blocks, have a difficult time when there's bright light suddenly flashed in their eyes and they can't maneuver on stage properly. So please, for the respect of the contestants, no flash photography. I'd also like to make mention of the fact that those of you who are taping and videotaping, go to town, have a great time, but be very careful what you put out into public. Last year, we had a contestant who made their presentation, and then off stage, something happened off stage and the camera was on me and I made a comment, not directed at the costumer, but the editing didn't show that. So the costumer thought that I said that their costume was a piece of crap. So you gotta remember, technology being what it is now and the instantaneous transmission of messages, please be aware of what you're putting out there. Please be aware of what you're saying and what you're capturing on film. That's all I ask. The rest of the time, have a ball. I'm missing the judges' names. Thank you very much. The lovely Holly and Stu. Holly's been doing this with me so long, and we've gotten into such a pattern that somebody actually asked me a while ago, are you and Holly married? Now, I would take offense to that, but I've met her fiance. She's about to get married, and he's a fine gentleman. So crap, I missed out on another one. This is going to be an interesting year. Thank you, you can stay. The Masquerade this year is being operated by our Masquerade director, Don McKechnie, who's been operating as Masquerade director for quite a few years. She is also involved in the organization of Costume Con 32, which is coming to Toronto in 2014. For those of you who don't know, Costume Con is a convention, 4-day event that's all about costuming. There are 5 costume events like Masquerades. There's a dealer's room of all costuming, and it's just costumes, 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 costumes. Think of a room full of attention whores. There you go. And believe me, the quality of costuming there is amazing, because that's where you see everybody from across North America and beyond. I went down to host the New Jersey Costume Con 2 years ago. There's an historical masquerade as well as a science fiction fantasy masquerade, and the historical masquerade had 19 entries, 17 masters. So it is something to see. So if you see the registration forms, or if you have any interest at all, and gentlemen, there are lots of lovely women in corsets. Yeah, gotta love the corsets. Some of the comments I've received in the past little while have said, you really have to watch your comments, Gord. It's like, they're putting it on the paper. They're expecting this type of stuff. It's like, no, 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 no. You're getting old. It's creepy. So I'm going to try to behave. Notice I said try. I'm not making any promises. Okay, I hear 5 minutes. Does anybody give me less? Let me introduce the judges so we can get on with this, and we'll see how long I last. Tonight's judges are Maral Agnarian, Tiffany Young, Vicky Bunny Angel, Jordan Smith, and Chris Warlow. Chris is having a hard time getting upstairs because he is also old. Chris, you may actually recognize Chris from his appearance on TVs. He's done a couple of episodes of Museum Secrets and things like that on the History Channel. So he's famous. The other thing is that very early on in my career as a Master of Ceremonies, Chris was still competing, and he was the first person to actually cause me to spew on stage. And I had to run off because he came on dressed as a knight in armor, pretty much like what he's wearing now, except more so. And then proceeded to dance back and forth across the stage to Monty Python's Knights of the Round Table. If there's anything that's spew-worthy, it's Chris dancing.
I would agree!
And on with the competition. Entry number A, in the Young Fan division, Captain America and Black Widow. That was entry number A in the Young Fan division, Captain America and Black Widow by Joshua Moulton and Catherine Turpin. Costume source, the movie. I don't have to qualify that further, just the movie. Entry number B in the Young Fan division, Mystique.
Is she really going out with him?
Well, there she is. Let's ask her.
Betty, is that Jimmy's ring over there?
Gee, it must be great riding with him.
Is he picking you up after school today? By the way, where'd you meet her?
That was entry number B in the Young Fan division, Mystique, presented by Zena Troutman. Costume source, the X-Men. Name of designer, Mom. Mom's rule. Entry number C in the Young Fan division, Fantasy Chainmail. They're short, they are powerful, and they are ready to kick ass. Their main weapon is cuteness. Not that I don't trust him with that sword or anything, but... That was entry number C in the Young Fan Division, Fantasy Chainmail, presented by Catherine Rodriguez and Christopher Rodriguez. Yeah, nothing I like better in these things than here's a sharp point implement, we'll give it to the kids. Now, you're allowed to not hurt anybody except the MC. You can hurt him. This is how it begins. And then for the rest of my career, I'm cursed with people hitting me. I said hitting me, not hitting on me. Why, yes. Yes, I do. I even come here when there's no convention. And then I stand in the hall and go, where is everybody? Did I get the date wrong again? Oh my God. So I read to myself. A lot of people, you know, like, you guys are really nice in welcoming me back year after year and stuff like that. And I get a lot of kudos for doing this, and people saying I'm doing a good job and everything. You got to remember that I have the easiest part of tonight, right? I read the paper. That's all I do. The people who are organizing it, Dawn, Holly, Penny and her green room team, the ninjas, all of those people, the judges doing workmanship judging for the last 2 hours, 2.5 hours, they're working their butt off. The costumers putting together costumes, sometimes months, years in the making. I read the paper. That's all I do. Any monkey could do my job. And yes, people have said that a monkey's doing it. So stop right there. And we are just about to announce the awards for the Young Fan Division. I hope. Here we are. I think Holly gets more exercise at this event than I do. Here we are. In the Young Fan Division, Best Heroes, Captain America and Black Widow, entry A. Most Mysterious, entry B, Mystique. And Best Young Fan, Fantasy Chainmail, entry C. This is a lot of fun. And in case you care at all, I can't see anybody out there because of these lights. So whatever you're doing there, I'll keep doing it. Yes, sir, you are. Can I continue? Entry number 1 in the Novice Division. Fantasy Chainmail. Thousands of rings to become one.
One of these things not like the other.
That was entry number 1 in the Novice Division, Fantasy Chainmail, presented by Sheila Rodriguez, Joel Trelford, Alex Goldwire, Catherine Rodriguez, and Christopher Rodriguez. I'm pretty sure in there somewhere is the one ring to rule them all. Yes, I've read a book. Only one, but I've read a book. Oh, now you're just laughing at me. Entry number 2 in the Novice Division, Combine Metro Cop. From the game Half-Life 2, welcome to City 17. Civil protection is here for you.
Protection team alert. Evidence of uncivil activity in this community. Code. Assemble. Plant. Contain.
Suspect entering civil judgment. Watch out! Civil protection! Look for your life! Final verdict administered.
Oh! Thank God you didn't give me the breath of life. That's okay, that's not the first time I've died on stage.
That was the first time that was...
And it's entry number 2. Yeah, I feel that way often, you know. And I have a feeling that tonight's going to be no different. That was entry number 2, Combine Metro Cop in the Novice Division, presented by Eric Moon. Entry number 3 in the Novice Division, Moon Knight. That was entry number 3 in the Novice Division, Moon Knight, presented by Jared Sharman. Costume source, Marvel Comics. Parts of the costume were handmade. Entry number 4 in the Novice Division, straight from Gotham City. The people who brought you chaos and destruction. Introducing the Injustice League. That was entry number 4 in the Novice Division, the Injustice League. There, Injustice is naughty. Presented by Joker, Ivy, Riddler, Catwoman, and Two-Face. That's what they put for their names. And I'm not going to piss them off. Entry number 5 in the Novice Division, Joker and Harley Quinn.
Look alive, wage slaves, presenting that caliph of clowns, that mogul of mountebanks, the one and only Joker!
Good evening, folks. I'm the Joker. Living proof that you don't have to be crazy, but it helps.
Sure, my pudding's a little temperamental, but gee, what relationship doesn't have its ups and downs?
Oh, yes, indeed you do. Oh, I'd like to thank my fans for their undying support, and the people of Gotham, who I will be seeing very, very soon.
I just want to say, if there was no Batman, there'd be no Joker, and I'd never have met my pudding. Thank you, Batman.
Let the good times roll. glowing town. Literally.
Bye now. Mwah!
That was entry number 5 in the Novice Division, Joker and Harley Quinn, presented by Eric Watson and Erica Sokolow. Costume source, Batman Arkham Asylum.